Will the new tariffs crush crypto? Big players are buying tons. XRP supply shock, we'll talk price at the end, along with
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
pumps and dumps, so we might talk about that a little bit, but it's the tariffs that are on people's mind. Before we get into that, though, your comments come first. Hot, spicy, naughty, what? Relevant? Maybe I'll share it at the beginning of the next video. By the way, happy Monday, everyone. I hope this is a great week for all of you. Andrew Butcher, longtime viewer, longtime commenter, starts off, says, room looks awesome. Love what you do. Keep killing it, Klaus. The room is almost done. What you don't see, though, is behind me on the camera. It's all my racing gear. I've got extra road bikes. I've got my trainer over there. I got a bunch of stuff I'm just hiding. I'll get the room done sooner or later. And what did y'all think of the neon? Comment down below. Sean Dotson says, selling the gold to buy crypto is a dumb move. Michael Wojciechowski, like how I said that, said the dumbest idea in history. Sell real gold for fake gold. Yeah. We're going to talk about it in case you missed the big news from the weekend. Selling gold for BTC. Speaking of, you ready? Bitcoin sitting at 87,420. Nice. Thank you very much, Bitcoin. E2085 XRP at 245. We'll talk price at the end. Pi, pump, and dump. Under $1 right now at 94 cents. Sol at 143. XLM at 29. And Doge at 17.6. By the way, has Meme done anything lately? Meme has been one heck of a laggard. Now, I'm going to start you off with something juicy. New segment on the channel. That's right, the weekend news that you missed. U.S. Treasury ends sanctions against Tornado Cash. Awesome. A big win for all of us. BTC ETFs. Well, they stopped bleeding and now they're gobbling. We saw inflows first time in 5 weeks. And the big story, United States selling gold for BTC. That's right, they want to stay budget neutral. So how do you do that? You don't increase taxes. You don't add to the deficit. You sell your gold to buy crypto. Nuts. But let's get into the news for this week. Michael Saylor's strategy surpasses 500,000 BTC with the latest purchase. I told you the whales are buying. The whales believe that there's so much good left to come. I think there's a lot of good left to come. ETFs, regs. Those are my two bigs on the map. Strategy acquired 6,900, nice, 11 Bitcoin for over 584 million between March 17th and March 23rd at an average price of 84,000 per coin. Oh, this according to a March 24th filing. Oh, and by the way, I've got that filing here with the SEC because as always, any article you see in this video and all my other ones, they're linked to everyone in the description below in the little ball bag you got down there. Following the latest acquisition, the company now holds more than 500,000 Bitcoin for a total of 506,000, acquired at an average price of 66,608. So, Michael Saylor and Strategy, they were able to kind of raise some more cash, but here's the thing, these cash raises aren't as big as some of the ones we've seen in the past, and this is while the price of BTC is down. So, is the public out there, the investing public out there, getting tired of the leveraging of future debt in order to buy BTC? Or would you rather go the possible direction of the United States and sell your gold for BTC? Let's keep learning. Metaplanet's 150 Bitcoin purchase brings the total to 3,350. Metaplanet, the Japanese version of MicroStrategy's, bought more. So whales across the globe are buying more. They're holding to their strategy, like what I did there. The Bitcoin buying pace of Metaplanet seems to surpass others, as it's worth noting that there's a fresh addition of 150 BTC. They now own 3,350 BTC, with a press release dated March 24th. Hey, that's today. Breaking news. That's why you hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out, and so that you can get juicy news all days of the week. That's right, I work 7 days a week. Do you? Let me know down below. The same release also says that the yield of Metaplanet over Bitcoin from January 1st to March 22nd is 68.3%. That's actually pretty good. The yield was recorded at 309% from October to December 31st. With this 150 BTC purchase, Metaplanet now has 3,350, valued at roughly around 280 million. Okay, so players out there holding steady. Let's keep learning because we've got holding steady. We've got ETFs that have turned around, because remember, ETFs are a really good reflection of what? Institutional interest, and we saw massive amounts of outflows. Well, now we got inflows. But will those inflows stop when the Trump tariffs kick in? Oh, I've been reading your comments down below, and a ton of them are like, bro, Come April 2nd, we're done ski because the market's gonna crash ski. Well, girlfriend ski and boyfriend ski, let's find out ski. It's a lot of skiing. No snow out here, bitches. It's warm.
You need to stop dipping into your ketamine stash.
Trump's liberation tariffs. Will April 2nd crash the market or send BTC soaring? April 2nd claims to reshape trade policies could spark global volatility. Alex Kruger warns that there could be a 10 times more impactful than Federal Reserve meetings. And we've watched how the price moves directly on Federal Reserve news. So to have something that has 10 times the effect of FOMC meetings that we cover, we're going to have to be dialed in for this one. But don't worry. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out, because you know I'm going to bring you the news. Experts predict a harsh tariff policy could crash the market by 10 to 15%. But what about the crypto markets? Crypto markets could drop even further, as much as 20 to 25%. Financial markets kicked off the week with gains, but all eyes are on April 2nd as Trump's Liberation Day tariffs get closer. These tariffs will target countries with trade barriers against the U.S., but experts warn they could trigger market chaos. On April 2nd, the U.S. government will announce new tariffs, and it's a step to protect the U.S. economy. Well-known economic analyst Eric Kruger believes April 2nd could be the most important event of the year, 10 times bigger than any Federal Reserve meeting. This is wild. Now, we already know that the tariffs are going to be kicking in, right? But I think we need to see what's the pushback and what's the subsequent moves from these tariffs. Now, market volatility, we have seen lots of volatility up on the screen here. We've seen how FOMC meetings move this. We've seen how CPI data has moved this. We've seen how presidential elections have moved this. But now tariffs, girlfriend, we're going to see what happens here soon. My thinking is this. You're going to see volatility, and then it's just going to level out there fairly quickly. Unless a big major player out there says, you see your tariffs that you just threw at us? Well, we're going to take those tariffs, we're going to add another 25%, and then we're going to send that bitch back to you, bend you over. Welcome to the NFL, bitches. Yeah, that's my only fear, that these big players push back even harder, and it ends up being a game of whose dong is bigger than whose. Ladies, you know the game I'm talking about. Who's hiding the bigger jumblies under the oversized baggy hoodie? That's right, a little chest-to-chest square off. So, what will happen on the 2nd and the days leading up to it? Well, join us. You can find out. What else do I got for you? CEO, oh God, that's in quotes, says XRP supply shock will happen quickly and abruptly. Where are people getting this crap with the XRP supply shock? Do you know how much more needs to be dumped into the circulating supply? Right now, okay? Right now we're looking at this. We have 58.15 billion XRP in circulating supply. The max circulating supply is 100 billion. So we've got roughly another 42 billion XRP left to be dumped onto the market. Supply shock? Only if you have a freaking supply crisis, a usage shock, something nutso like that. Right now, there is no lack of supply of XRP. But bro, there could be. How? If Ripple every month is adding to the circulating supply, if players out there that bought OTC that are then dumping onto the market once they make profit-a-ronies are adding to the circulating supply, where's the shock coming from? What bothers me about this is the CEO expert on here said this: XRP supply shock will happen quickly and abruptly. Prepare now or cry later. See, they're trying to get you to think that there's going to be a fear that you're going to miss out, that you're going to be caught off guard. Caught off guard by what? We got tons of XRP that needs to be dumped onto the market. You want to buy XRP? Cool. Go to any exchange you want, buy it for $2.44. There's no supply shock. There's no supply squeeze because there's no demand shock or demand squeeze. Now let's swing it on over and talk global crypto. All right. Volume this last weekend was absolutely horrible. BTC dominance, we went even more dominant as BTC got a lowercase p pumperoni while the rest of the crypto market did pump some. We're at 16 out of 100, meaning we're BTC dominant in terms of price action. In terms of market cap, yeah, we're clawing our way back from the lows of the 10th of March, which is good. Because we're seeing what? This that I've got up on the screen. ETF inflows. You see what I'm saying? Inflows, neutral, massive outflows, back into the inflows. XRP specifically, we're floating at around 244 right now. Now, earlier we did get really close to touching that 250 mark, but we couldn't do it. We've got some big stuff happening this week. We've got the SEC confirmation hearing. Will that help us out with price? Probably not, but it's going to be massive when it comes to future news stories. Now, looking at XRP, all right, we talked about that March 10th. Check this out, talking about this right here. It appears to be that we moved from that near-term low. That's where we saw sub $2 XRP. Supply shock? Are you kidding me? Come on now, girlfriend. You need a usage shock in order to create a supply shock. And let me tell you, there ain't no usage shock going on right now. But we've seen XRP move from those recent lows. And what I like about this move is that this move is happening on low volume, on super low open interest, on super low network usage, on super low new wallet creation, super low user usage. So we're seeing price go up slightly while the rest of the metrics don't look that good. That's freaking awesome. Because what happens when the excitement comes back? What happens when we find out more juicy regs, right? The news from it, because they're waiting to do the regs until Atkins gets approved. We know that, right? So we're going to be following XRP closely. Now, in terms of alerts, I'm at 250 on the high side, 235 on the low side. The last time we were close to 235 was the 22nd, 23rd of March. So I want to see if we can maintain those gains. Now, what we need to pay closer attention to is the volume. Yes, volume is up 51% right now, but it's up from a really, really boring volume weekend. We're sitting right now at 2.89 billion. Got to ask yourselves, what's the big news that's going to get us there? ETFs, we've got quite a few months until those become active. Regs, well, think about it. If we get new regs in terms of crypto securities, that's not going to help us out because the players out there have already said, well, XRP is not a security. So we need to see how they clarify and how they designate cryptocurrencies out there. Because if it falls under the purvey of commodities, well, we're going to have to dive even deeper and see if that benefits us, right? So now we're at a holding pattern. Holding until we see what happens on the 2nd of April and holding till we see what happens with the institutional money. As a whole, XRP has been faring very well this year. When I look at the actual reports, and I should be getting a new report coming out a little bit later today, so hit that notification bell that you don't miss out. Institutionally, XRP has been holding its own very well this year with institutional investors. I'm assuming that trend to continue, which is good because a lot of players out there are seeing outflows. Now, is the price exciting at 244? I mean, it's cool. Are you willing to buy XRP at 244? I don't know, because I mean, not too long ago we saw sub $2, right? Like 2.5 weeks ago we saw sub $2. 2 weeks ago, technically, we saw sub $2 XRP. So you know you could snipe pretty cheap. Is it as high as the 299 sell for quick profits? No, not really. I mean, 244 is the mezzone. But the mezzone is happening on low usage, low utility, and low impact from new action. That's good, because if we were to zoom out, whenever we've had those lulls with XRP before, the price has suffered. But now you're starting to see price stability above the $2 mark, and that's good freaking news. But will the April 2nd tariffs PNR Cheerios and ruin it for us on the 2nd of April, which I believe is what, everyone? What is that? Is that Thursday? Is that Wednesday? Let's take a look at the old calendar real quick here. Here's March. Let's go to April. That is what, everyone? Wednesday the 2nd. Ain't far away, girlfriend. Let's see what happens. You know, and the supply shock stuff out there is total BS. It's just out there to get you to have this fear of, oh my gosh, I might miss out because if there's a supply shock, I'll never be able to buy XRP cheap again. You remember the same people that said, oh, once Taurus does their ruling, you'll never be able to buy XRP cheap? Like, come on. Relatively speaking, you're always going to have the ability to buy cheap. You just have to snipe. Now, cheap changes as time goes on, just like with a house, right? What you could buy a house for cheaply in the 80s is very different than what you could buy it for in the early 2000s and compared to now. So again, it's all relative. What's also very important about this move is that XRP's institutional strength is there, even though we've seen across the broader market institutional demand soften. But see, XRP is staying relevant, and I believe that XRP is going to stay relevant, especially through the ETFs. And that's a direct reflection of institutional players coming into this market. Best part is, those institutional players that are going to be gobbling up the ETF, they're going to be buying from the exchanges. Yeah, that's right. So that means they're going to be paying the prices that we do. None of this OTC BS. Now, over the weekend, we had some wild news. Tornado Cash, great for us, all right? Sanctions lifted. No more going after open source coding, which is great. If you're a Stellar fan, that's open source, so that's a good move for us. Selling gold, though, for crypto, selling a physical asset for a digital asset, yo, that is wild. I read a bunch of comments this morning where y'all are pissed off, saying that'd be the dumbest move ever. In fact, that's one of the articles that I was reading this morning. It was an op-ed article of players out there. It was big ones, and they had a whole bunch of different finance players that they were talking to, and not one of them said that that would be a good idea by the United States, because they would be taking something that's super boring, that's been going up, and trading it for something that's super risky and been super volatile. And should now be the time that you take those chances with the volatility. Well, I mean, we're all in different situations, right? But the United States and other governments out there don't want to add to their already massive amounts of debt. So they got to find creative ways to raise capital. So is selling gold for BTC smart? Would you want your government to sell gold to buy crypto? Would you want them to raise taxes to buy crypto? Or would you rather them find savings in their current budget and use that savings to then buy crypto? I kind of like the latter. But let me know down below, as open interest is meh, volume is meh, but prices of our favorites are holding strong. Choo-choo what? Choo-choo bitches.